Actually, training tempo is going to decrease a little bit when we start out to fly. We're going to go with a crawl, walk, then run mentality when we get the jets back going. So we're going to get our instructors spun up first, get them in the air, then we'll get our flight leads, and then we'll get our most inexperienced guys airborne last, the wingmen. And from that way, we're getting the most experienced pilots up first, followed by the least inexperienced, and we think that's the best way to go. Our squadron had a lot of time to train and to get ready for this day tomorrow that we're going to get to fly the jets again. We got a lot of ground training. We went and flew simulators. We talked to a lot of people about the aircraft and the systems, refined tactics, techniques, and procedures in order to get us to this place. So we've been keeping busy doing a whole lot of ground training to enable us to get to this day. Yes, our guys are getting prepared for this through a couple different ways. We're definitely looking at safety. That's our #1 concern, and we're doing that through lots of different risk mitigation. We've got the guys trained. We have some filters in place. We have some pulse oximeters in place to measure the physiological output that the pilot is doing. Our maintainers are getting these jets prepared, doing a lot of one-time inspections so we can get going. Once we get going, the focus is once again safety, but also combat capability. We want to be able to provide the combatant commanders the ability for air dominance once again, and that's what these jets are going to provide, so we'll get there shortly.
Well, we took great advantage of the downtime of the F-22s by staying current with the maintenance tasks that we have to perform on this airplane to keep it safe and reliable. We also did some taxi checks to keep our proficiency with launching and recovering the airplanes. And we did some inspections of some of the systems on the plane to ensure, again, that they're safe and reliable and meeting the standards. Yeah, we just had a major inspection this past week, and I couldn't be more proud of the men and women of this group. They did a great job and really validated the type of maintenance culture that we have here. We ended up with an overall excellent rating, which is just a great result from the hard work that the men and women do here. And it really speaks highly of the quality of professionals that we have here and the quality of maintainers that we have. They did an excellent job, and I couldn't be more proud of them. Well, I'd just like to say that the maintenance group that we have here, the professionals, the men and women that make up the maintenance group, we're more than ready. We're anxious and excited about the return to fly day. Obviously, our focus is to maintain these airplanes safely and the safety of our crew. And I know with all the preparation that we've done and with the validation of the major inspection we had last week, the men and women are more than prepared and more than ready for the return to fly day. We couldn't be more excited for it, and we are really anxious to get these planes back in the air to do the mission that we need to do.
Reports of today is it's day one on a road to get our F-22s back in the air and back to their full operational capability. So what you saw was the initial cadre of instructors, our most current and qualified instructors that'll go out, do some of the basic maneuvers to get back on the road to operational capability. Then they'll train the others as we go down the same syllabus. In the past 4 months, and actually prior to that, there's been an ongoing safety investigation that's looked at all of the oxygen-related systems on the aircraft. They've done extensive work to look at that, and while they never pinpointed or have yet to pinpoint an exact cause of these incidents, they got to a point where they felt that we could, based on risk mitigation, training of air crews, and inspection of the aircraft itself, get to a point where we can safely fly again. And so that's the decision. We passed a safety line to where senior Air Force officials said that we could go ahead and train again. The training tempo initially will not be increased. They'll train at a lower level initially out the chute than they had been prior to the stand down. So it'll seem like it increased because it'll be kind of a back to basics syllabus for these guys. But we'll eventually get back to the steady state that we were back in April. Tough to say because it's dependent on a lot of factors, weather and whatnot in here. I expect within the next couple of months we should be back to close to where we were. I can't go into the real details. They did a thorough investigation of some of the life support systems in there and some minor modifications within the cockpit to ensure the safety of the pilot. Just that our pilots and our maintainers are fired up to be flying again. to be getting back to full operational capability. I think America counts on establishing air superiority, and the Raptors here at JBER are key to doing that.
Looks like they're heading to that runway. But you know, you got a lot of curves.